trying to get you not to be this person. You do not want to ever get yourself into a situation where the police need to save you, because you are fucked at that point.
Hey, this is Scott with Range Recon. We're at Texas Defensive Shooting Academy today. Just finished up defensive driving. Defensive driving, is it? That's not how you put it. Defensive vehicle.
Defensive vehicle, yeah. We also had trouble coming up with a name because we put it out there at the last minute. But yeah, defensive vehicle is what we're going with now.
So one of the coolest courses I've ever taken, and in today's political climate, man, I mean, it's just applicable to what's going on.
That's exactly how we developed the course or put it together. It's a culmination of the training and the teaching, if you will, that I've done with the military, mainly Green Berets, Special Forces, over the last 15 years, and some other organizations. And it hit me about a week ago watching TV that, oh my gosh, these people that end up in a riot situation, man, they could really use the knowledge that I've gained working with these guys to maybe save their lives. So that's when we hurry up. We put that on the website, and we got the first one out of the way the first day.
And it was like, it filled up in like 3 days, didn't it?
Oh, yeah, pretty quick. It really did.
So what's your background? What makes you the guy that should teach this stuff?
Well, there's a lot of guys that are probably more qualified than I am, but number one, the shooting part. I think that I've can hold my own as far as shooting and teaching shooting. The shooting aspect. I've been shooting competition for 35 years. It's always scary how old you are when you say that. I shot USPSA or IPSC in the beginning, then went to IDPA, or actually law enforcement shooting. After that point, I was in law enforcement, of course. Was teaching with law enforcement. Then I left there, went IDPA. With IDPA, won 6 or 8 state championships, a couple Midwest Spring Nationals, 2 national titles, and then I got a chance to go to Venezuela, where I won the international championship. Now the cool thing about that, oh, by the way, cowboy action, that was a lot of fun too, and learned how to do this. But the coolest part about the competitive shooting aspect and the wins was it opened the door to train the military.
Yeah.
Because just the way human nature works, everybody wants a national champion or somebody with that background to teach you how to shoot. Well, reality is, just because you can do it doesn't mean you can teach somebody how to do it. So, believe it or not, I'm really most proud of the fact that our students have actually won the nationals.
Oh, really?
So yeah, so that's kind of cool, and it opened the door to train the military. So I got a phone call one day, and the guy had just gotten out of Delta, and he wanted, in his words, I want to try to get the same level of training that I used to have, but I don't have the budget to pay for it. So that was my introduction into training Special Forces, and it just took off from there. And it's one thing led to another. So, 15 years later, I'm training. 15 years later, I'm still training Special Forces, training the Marine Corps, training Canadians. Just got back from training the British, which is kind of cool. First time ever.
Didn't you go to like Cuba or Colombia? Or?
Bogota. Yeah, I went to Bogota and trained the British down there. So the British didn't come, I went to them.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, so that was really cool.
And so I've taken a couple classes with Len. I've known him for a long time, and he's an amazing shooter. And just the first class you ever take with him will increase your shooting capability exponentially. You can't understand until you take a class how quickly, how much better you shoot.
Yeah, I think the first class that we teach is absolutely the best class. People ask me which one they want to take, which one should they take first, or do I have to take the beginning course? Or I said, you can take them in any direction you want to, any level. I will say this, not to be rude, but I recommend you take the first one. We've got and have had a 100% money back guarantee on our training. And out of 25 years, not one single person has ever taken us up on it. So their level has been all over the board.
Because it works, and you're the
It
guy
does.
that developed the system.
It's simplistic, and we brought it together, and man, I think it works really well. It's worked for people. Like I said, they've used it in military, they use it in self-defense, they use it in competitive shooting. And you know, if you don't think we earn your money, you don't pay, but I've won every time. So
That's
pretty
awesome.
proud of that.
Well, one of the things with the defensive vehicle was you guys started out with an hour of classroom.
We do, yeah.
And man, I learned so much in that hour of classroom, from, you know, what guns to have in your car,
Yeah.
why to have those guns in your car, you know, other equipment.
Right. Well, the course came from one in the military called INTAC, and if I could get the acronym correctly, I would probably tell you. But yeah, that opened my eyes, and I was teaching the shooting portion of that first, and then I switched over to help teach the driving portion and things like that. But it's amazing the things that, if you think about, will set you up for success.
Sure.
Or saving. You know, like number one, do you have to go? Number two, if you have to leave your house, what's the tone of the country or tone of the area?
And you taught us how to use technology to help
Yeah.
determine, you know.
Oh, with the social media, my God, it's like having your own personal drone feed. Because I mean, what better drone? You know, you don't have to go look for the criminality or the danger. Nowadays, they're posting it for you. I mean, it's like, you know, well, there you are. These guys are doing, you know, and that, of course, is a lot of ways that they get caught, is by incriminating themselves, you know, and it's kind of funny, sad, but funny. So yeah, you can use those, and you know, if you get, you know, if you need to go from point A to point B and cities in the middle, can you go around? Hey,
Yeah.
if you got to go around. If you got to go through, once you get there, know what you're getting into if you can. You know, can you drive just on the sidewalk, if you will? Can you do this? Can you do that? And we take you all up to, you know, if you cannot drive around, you got to go through, because the last thing you ever want to do is stop your vehicle. Everybody has seen what happens, sadly, when that happens.
And you taught us, you know, with the hour of classroom, or hour and a half classroom, what to do in those situations. And then you kind of took us out, and we did a little bit of driving, which was pretty cool, a little emergency driving.
Right. You know, we kept the cost of this class low. It did not include actually ramming vehicles, okay?
Which I was a little disappointed.
I know, but for a couple $100, you know, you can only ram so many vehicles, like one. But so we did do driving. So you know, and I think that was very eye-opening for people. You know, there's a saying: if you want to disable a vehicle, the best way to do it
Shoot the radiator.
is, yeah, exactly. Oh my God, yeah. And I've actually seen that demonstration done. Like, we're going to shoot this car until it stops running, and we were shooting for a while.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. So the reality is, you want to stop a vehicle, stop the driver. Well, if you're the passenger, first off, it stinks if you're the driver, but if you're the passenger,
It's good to know how to react.
it's good to know how to get you and your driver and whoever else out, get them out of the X or the danger zone. Haha. And yeah.
And you followed that up with like a lot of different scenarios on, you know, how to shoot out of the car, the proper
Yeah.
ways, you know, forms, you know.
How does glass affect the bullets? You know, stuff
And,
like that.
and surprisingly, it's nothing like the movies at all. I
Pretty
mean-
much no. What's funny is the glass either affects the shot almost none, or oh my gosh, it affects it a lot.
Yeah.
And if you don't know that, you know, it could make a difference.
And the
you
glass
know?
reacts differently from the side of the car, the front of the car.
Oh yeah.
You know,
yeah.
I mean, who the hell would have known that? I mean, until,
You know, shooting glass is kind of a sexy thing for instructors to do. You know, everybody likes doing it. You know, it does have its purpose, or, you know, point to know it.
Yeah.
You know, so that's good.
well, I enjoyed that. It's kind of one of those bucket list things that I've always wanted to do, was sit inside a car and just, you know,
Yeah.
blast away out of the car, because why wouldn't you want to do that, right? I mean,
Yeah. Oh, well, you know, I think I told the class, is we had an SF team that came out here right when I put 15 cars on the line. And these are real deal guys, right? And you should have seen the looks on their faces like, oh my gosh, there are 16 cars with virgin windshields. Dude, it was like Christmas morning shooting glass. I had to wait for them to bust all the glass so we could get onto the training.
Yeah, there's a little piece right there. We're gonna.
Oh, I know, it was funny.
So, man, I enjoyed the hell out of that. And then also, one of the things I actually did the scenario wrong, but we had different scenarios where you got out of the car and you do different things and how you should react and where you should go. It's really eye-opening. The instructor that was doing that for me,
Former Green Beret.
Yeah, and long time in Green Beret.
Oh yeah. He's been up there. He's been there.
So he's done a lot of this, and he knows, pretty well.
Yeah, his background is pretty extensive. That's pretty cool. We're very fortunate that when we teach them how to actually shoot, we get the benefit of having their tactical background, their operational experience, so it's been a wonderful combination that we've been able to put together right here.
Yeah, and it's great. So guys, if y'all want to do any shooting, come out. He's got pistol classes, carbine classes. You said you got guys that can do the long range classes.
Oh yeah, we got guys.
He's got guys. Plus the defensive vehicle right now, this is, in my personal opinion, the best class you can take. And
very important, yeah. That and a medical course. That, you know what I'm saying? So those together, yeah. I would say that.
And how often are you guys doing the medical courses?
We're fixing to put them back on. Sadly, the response to the virus has slowed the training down because we are in Dallas County, and we're bringing them back. So we're going to do those hopefully, at least one a month.
So, and the guy that kind of helped you with the medical course, he's the dude that actually wrote the...
Oh, he's really high end. Yeah, matter of fact, he's so high end we may not be able to get him back. He's that high end, when he's traveling around the world doing stuff. Yeah,
but
former Army Ranger is what he was, an officer, and he's a doctor. So so we kind of had like Tiger Woods teaching to play putt putt.
Yeah,
I mean it was that much of a funny.
It was cool. So it's one of the things. Whenever you come out here, you never know exactly what's going on. And
the backgrounds are very, very high out here. It's crazy. And if you've never really put a tourniquet on correctly, I'll just say this: if the tourniquet doesn't hurt more than the gunshot, it ain't correct.
Hey, Mike, you bored?
No.
Okay. So, Len, thanks so much for having us, brother. Guys, if you want some training, I highly suggest it. Texas Defensive Shooting Academy, Ferris, Texas. You can find them on
www.tdsa.net, or you can use the old standby telephone, 972-217-1182. And don't forget Range Recon. You guys are great.
And you can find them on Facebook as well and Instagram, right?
Yeah, all that social media stuff.
All right. Well, thanks, everyone. Have a great day.